Inflammation, is it a defender or a destroyer? That's a tricky question, isn't it? Can it be both? Let us find out. Hi, I'm Dr. Rashmi Kulkarni, co-founder of Next Solutions. So inflammation is a term that we have heard very commonly. But is it a defender or destroyer of our body? It sounds very confusing, right? Let's again break it down into 5 simple points. The first important thing to know is that inflammation is actually a defense mechanism in our body. Did you know that? Well, it's surprising, isn't it? It is a defense mechanism that our body uses when there's any kind of injury, when there's any kind of damage in our body where it needs to be repaired. So what happens is immune cells actually travel to the site of injury or damage and they do their best to repair it. This is where inflammation actually plays a very crucial role in defending our body or repairing our body. It's like they are guarding our castle. These are the guards that are guarding our castle. But what is the second important thing to know? That it can go out of hand, and this simple inflammation that is short term, that is designed to repair our body, can become chronic inflammation. When it becomes chronic or when it becomes long term, it actually starts destroying our body. So it's like the guards that are present, that are actively guarding our castle, are now attacking our castle because it's long term or chronic inflammation. So what is the third thing to know in this? The third important thing to know here is that leaky gut has a very strong connection with inflammation. Whenever there is leaky gut, things can leak out, as I said before, the toxic materials, the undigested food, different pathogenic organisms, germs that are leaking into different parts of the body. And what do they do there? They are actually causing inflammation in all of those different parts of the body. They are a consequence of the leaky gut. So what is the fourth important thing to know? That when we have inflammation starting because of a leaky gut in different organs, it's like a fire that is spreading throughout the body. And this fire actually is the root cause of majority of the chronic diseases. This is how we can go from leaky gut to inflammation to all kinds of chronic diseases. That can happen in the pancreas, the lungs, liver, heart, brain, all of our organs, joints, bones. All of the diseases that we know of come from inflammation in many of these organs. This is why it is so important to know whether the inflammation that we are having, is it short term, is it protecting us, or is it causing this kind of a havoc? Is it a fire spreading throughout the body? And the fifth important thing to know is that what is the cause of this inflammation? The cause of this inflammation can be traced back to all of our habits, the poor lifestyle, diet, sedentary habits that we have, that we also stay indoors. All of these contribute to a very poor diversity of our microbiome. And when we have a very low diversity of the microbiome, that really leads to these toxic products leaking outside, because the functions that we need in our body are not being fulfilled. So when this fire is spreading in our body, it happens because of a low diversity of our microbiome. So if we want to stop the inflammation, the best thing we can do is do everything to improve the diversity of our microbiome. That can really save us from this fire of chronic inflammation and from all of these chronic diseases, even several forms of cancers that are associated with chronic inflammation. So if this helped you, if this information was new, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. See you in the next one.